We're just gonna do a quick demonstration. I don't know what shaft this is out of, what car, it doesn't matter, it's pretty generic. We mentioned just a little bit earlier, on some shafts you can remove just the outer boot exclusively and you can do one boot at a time. On some you have to do the whole thing. Bottom line is you're not here to memorize that, what car has what. Use your repair procedures first. In this case, I'm gonna take these boots out as if we have no choice but to do it from here, okay? I mentioned to you that if it was available to do in the outside only, you can take a plastic hammer. By striking the outer joint, it just pops out. Normally, what keeps the drive shaft inside the, what is this piece called, guys? I'm not gonna say it, the inner race, right? Normally this inner race is held in by, you can't see it here, but a snap ring, okay? That snap ring, once you hit it, the snap ring collapses and the shaft just comes out. There's a ring like this, you can feel my hands, goes inside the shaft, right? On the inner race, there's a little bit of a ramp, so when you strike it, it collapses the snap ring, and then the joint just falls out. Now we're gonna take it out from the inside. So we're gonna pretend I removed two of the clamps. Okay, there's a clamp here and a clamp here. Just change them. They're not meant to be reusable. Some you can fix, most are garbage. I will show you in a moment, some European cars, they use reusable clamps because the design is a little bit better. You can reuse, just clean them up and reuse them. Slide the boot out. We're gonna pretend that there's tons of grease, lots of grease here. That's why I always put a rag. Once you take this out, carefully remove, what is this piece called? Tulip housing, okay? And this is the inboard joint. Now, this is gonna be full of grease, okay? Again, what did I say about if the shaft just has a leak, just leak, can you fix it?
Yeah.
Yes. If the shaft is going clack, 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 can you fix it? No, garbage, just change it. Okay, so you take this housing, this is empty, so I'll do this. In the real world, I'll probably take the grease out, go to the Varsol tank. You know what a Varsol tank is? Do you guys know what a Varsol tank is? To wash engine parts, clean all the grease out, put that there. Now, this is called a, what kind of a joint? Starts with the letter T. Tripod. Why tripod? There's three pieces, right? Tripod, okay? Now, my PowerPoint will call this something else. I like to just call this a simple way, very easy. What shape is it? Round, circle. What's another word for round? Spherical, right? It's a sphere. Let's just call it a spherical roller. Spherical roller. Okay? If you, on the test, if you pick something that has the word roller, it'll be spherical roller. You'll be okay, okay? Now, this roller obviously can come out. If I really want to take it out, you see this? What would you call this? This is keeping something from falling out, so what would you call it? Starts with letter R. Retainer. Retainer. Just common sense. It's retaining this from falling out. That little lock. Every manufacturer will have a different design. This one looks like it's one-time use. Once you take it out, it's garbage. On some, you ever seen the snap ring style? It looks like this. You got the video? Right. This kind of design, some of them use this style of, they call it a snap ring. You see that? Snap ring. See that? Some, they use a snap ring here. That means you can reuse it because you can just use the pliers, open it, take it out, slide it out. I usually do not take this apart. If you have issues with the rollers and they're making noise, it's garbage anyway. Because if you take it out, you risk dropping these bearings all over the place. You can clean it without taking it apart. Some solvent, spray it, some air, wash it, then just put some grease. Normally, if you have issues with this, the shaft is garbage anyway. So, to take everything apart this way, I will now, because you can't keep the boot out, right? This is keeping the boot from coming out, right? Next thing, we're gonna take apart the, what's that called? The tripod, or the, this whole thing's called the tripod, right? These are called, what are they called? Spherical rollers. Okay, what about this inside piece, the snout? Like the inside piece that looks like this. There's three of them. Do you remember? Trunnion. They're called trunnions. That's in my PowerPoint. Trunnions. Spherical roller. These little bearings, they're called needle bearings. Easy to remember, right? They're just like a needle. Retainer, tripod, and the individual piece that the bearings ride on, right? That smooth surface that the bearings ride on is called a trunnion. Can you see if there's snap ring pliers in there, Jay? Are there snap ring pliers? Aha, perfect. See this? These are known as snap ring pliers, okay? They're meant to do two jobs. Open, and if you move the bolt over, you can also make it close. Because sometimes you have two styles of snap rings. Some snap rings, they lock by doing this. Some snap rings lock by doing this. That's why it's a switchable plier. In this case, we need to open. We need to expand. So we're gonna go like this. Spin that on there, okay? What do we do? Now, stand up the shaft. What we're gonna do to make this easier, guess what? We're gonna put this in the vise. Just gently. It's not a good idea okay, so I'm not gonna vise it where what are these slots called again? Splines. I'm not gonna vise it there. I'm gonna vise it here. Makes sense? Because it's not gonna damage anything. So I'm gonna vise it there. Go ahead, Jay. Just tighten up that it doesn't move. Okay, good. Now we're gonna take the snap ring out. Okay. Heng, can you grab me a small screwdriver from the box? You done this before? A little bit? Okay, so I just need you to take this out. Do you know a little small screwdriver?
Yeah.
Small flat screwdriver. Small flat. No, this is called a wrench. Okay? Screwdriver. Screwdriver. That small one. Smallest one. What do you call this?
Screwdriver.
Okay, now I just want to let him try. Okay, it looks kind of annoying, right? Okay, so let me teach you how to do this. Stop. Very good. Okay, let's try, right? So, don't do this. No, one hand, like this, right? Okay. Keep your finger here. Why do I want to keep my finger there? Thank you. Here, take your time. Here's the screwdriver. Isaac's gonna show us how to do it. Okay, he'll try. He's done it before. So, one thing I want to mention. Can someone grab me a hammer from there quickly? Just a little hammer and a little punch. A little hammer and a punch. I want to show you something. Yep, and a small little punch. Okay. No, one hammer is good enough. And a punch. Yeah. Sometimes the snap ring, it might be tight because the tripod, it's squeezing it. Do you understand? There's a slot, right? The tripod is squishing it against the slot. So I'm gonna do this, look. Give a little bit, a few taps. Can you hold this for me? Okay, see how it turned? Yeah. It spun, right? Look. Guys, look, watch. See how it turned? That means it's free. Now you put the pliers. Because if I do this and it doesn't want to move, it's going to be very hard to expand. Do you understand? Because it's fitting in the groove and the tripod is squishing the snap ring. Go. Take your time. And the screwdriver here if you need it. So he's going to carefully take it out. You'll see. There you go. See that? Don't overdo it because you might need to reuse it. Okay? Don't be like, keep your fingers crossed here. Boom. And then it goes like this. Then he has to say, oh, sorry, I have to order the snap ring. Sorry, sir, you have to buy the whole shaft. This is like 5 cents, right? Okay, now what? How do you get this off? So, what I like to do is, in this case, a couple of things. This design, what are these called again? Yeah. What is this piece that holds the spherical roller inside? Retainer. So this keeps it from falling out, right? Some don't have that. I have shafts here. Some of them don't have a retainer. Some of them, if you start hitting, it just falls out. Do you understand? Not all have retainers. If it has roller bearings, usually it will have a retainer. Some of them use a bushing. They will not have a retainer. So sometimes I use a piece of tape. Tape. Just tape around, make sure it keeps it together. Then take it out. Want to try? Here. I'll hold this because I got the gloves on. Try. Thank you, Isaac. Okay. Here. Is it hard to do it like that? We can do. Try. Okay. Want to do it the other way? Do you want me to flip the shaft? Doesn't matter. Look at your hammer. Look at your hammer. Which side? Yeah. This is so gentle. There you go. There you see it's moving? You see? It's moving. Keep going. Okay. Keep going. Okay, so now stop. I'm gonna teach you something. Okay, when you hold the chisel, okay, don't hold it like this. You can hit your hand. Hold it like this. Lots of meat here. Okay. When you hold the hammer, don't hold it like this. Hold it here. Okay. If you want to swing hard, like that. But if you want to swing soft, just take your finger, put it like that. Here, hitting hard. Here, hitting soft. And you just use your wrist. Because the reason why, if you get used to doing this, if you need to hit something really hard, you're not gonna be accurate. Okay? Always hold like this. Okay? Like this. Okay? Well, I just said, watch this, watch this. Shaft's moving, right? Hold the punch like this. Like that, like that. You see? You see? I don't need anybody to help me. I just hold it like this. Right? 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 You see? Right? Aim with your finger. Got it? Try again. So do exactly what I'm doing. Okay? Like this, hand around, and then, yeah. Oh, he's getting his hands dirty. Oh my God. There you go, brother. That's it, brother. Because I'm gonna make you guys do this by yourself. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Woo! Keep going. Keep going. That's it, brother. Thank you. That's it. It's okay to help each other. You guys practice, right? All right. So now you take this, you clean it, whatever, right? Yeah. Next. Next. Good job. I don't know why this piece of garbage is here. Oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Someone already took this apart, that's why. Oh, okay, I understand why. I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, the snap ring is missing. So we have to get rid of this. Perfect. Let's get rid of this. This is the... No.
Oh.
What is it? It's a broken part of the boot. You're okay for data, right? In memory? Okay. So this clamp is the inner clamp for that boot. How do we take this out? Let me show you. So, here, let me turn it so that everybody can see it. Can everybody see that? How do we take this apart? Any wild guess? Same as the big one, right? Same as this one. Look at this one, everybody. Look at this one. How is it that I'm able to loosen it? What do you notice? Compare. What do I have to do, guys? What do I have to do this?
Open this one.
David, can you open that for me, please? Go in there and find the tools you need and open that clamp up. What, are you gonna use the power of dreams? Like get a chisel and a hammer. Come on. What are you're just gonna talk to it? Come on, please. Can you open, please? Please open like that. Flat chisel and the hammer's already here. What time we got, brother? Good. We still have time. Okay. Well, that's not really a chisel, but chisel. We don't have chisel? We don't have a flat chisel? Let's check. Only one drawer at a time, otherwise it'll fall over. Where did you get this from?
Third drawer.
Okay. I'll get you a chisel. There used to be a box of chisels. Here. This is a chisel. The video is going to be extra long because of all the time in between, but if I recorded it, I edit it. Okay, this is good enough. It's a little bit big. Now, so I could put this back in the vise if I want, right? So maybe someone just hold that. Not there, because I'm going to hit here, right? Okay. Move your hand. Hold it up here. Hold it up here. Hold it tight, okay?
Yeah. Very tight.
Okay, see? You see? You see? David? Just for the record, I'm not talking to myself. My name's David. His name's also David. There you go. Now what? Now what? Now? Oh, okay. Wow. Wow, wee, wow. Okay, now? So this is going to be a little bit sharp, but you know why it's tight? It's been in there for a long time. So, careful. We might need to pry it out. So, don't ever do this with the screwdriver. Put your hand here. Move your hand away and then do this. So if I go like this, you won't stab yourself. Okay? And don't do this. And then this guy's gonna be like, oh, wow, so look at that, boom, right into the eye, and then I'm not gonna have a job anymore. Okay? Okay, so just walk it around. In the business, we have silicone spray we can lubricate it with, but this is pretty greasy already. Should be no problem. There we go. Okay, now, take it out. Okay, garbage. Again, this is a perfect reason why we need to change the boot. This happens in real life. Okay? Now, same thing happens on the outer boot. Take out the outer boot. We do the same thing. Same thing. Take this out. Again, this is going to be full of grease. That really nasty looking grease, right? Usually when I do this, I have a garbage can right here. Garbage. As I take it out, just put it on the garbage. Don't put it on the table. Just throw it in the garbage. Why bother putting it on the table, right? Now, this came out. I'll tell you why it came out. What's missing? What's missing? Snap ring. What's a snap ring? It looks like this. Come to the board for a minute, my professional videographer. Okay, put the camera here.